is when the red light goes on your dashboard of your car, that engine light, what do? Do you ignore it? No, you do something about it. Well, when it comes to our own health, our own well-being, one thing about blood pressure, it's pretty prevalent. In fact, they say that 1 in 3 out there in the US has high blood pressure. Well, we have got a phenomenal way of being able to take care of you, take care of your loved ones, because knowledge is power. It's empowering, and this is the Veridian Health Digital Arm Blood Pressure. Again, 1 in 3 high blood pressure, and then again, 1 in 3 pre-hypertension as well. $29.95. Now, this is, of course, Customer Celebration Month. So what we're doing 3 flex pays on here of $9.98. This is going to do systolic, diastolic, irregular heartbeat, hypertension. 2 users can use this. Phenomenal opportunity, $9.98. This is everything you possibly need when it comes to it. And we've got a great guest that's going to be with me right now. This is a registered nurse, Matthew Peters. Welcome, good morning.
Good morning, and hello, everybody. That statistic's pretty scary, isn't it? It's very scary, Jeff. 1 in 3 adults in this country has high blood pressure. So that's 75 million Americans, okay? Another 1 in 3, or 75 million Americans, has what we call pre-hypertension. That's the scary part. So, you know, for me, it's my mom. My mom had a heart attack several years ago. She had high blood pressure is the bottom line. This could have been avoided or preventable possibly by checking it. She's okay today, and she's checking it at home now. But look at this. Who is it for you at home? You know, we have 1 in 3 has high blood pressure, 75 million Americans. So it's actually costing this country $46 billion a year. That's with a B. So that's with lost wages, hospital bills, medications. So only about half of the folks who have high blood pressure actually have it under control with medications, diet, or exercise. But the good news is that Veridian has a SmartHeart home device, and I love this because you go to the doctor's office, you actually have, you know, a large clunky blood pressure monitor. They put the cuff on your arm. A lot of times they're doing the manual inflation with that bulb. This actually is a home use device for your arm. There's no bulb. It has intelligent inflation and deflation. It has clinically accurate results, which is what I love about Veridian. You can trust the results, and what's the point of having a home device if you can't trust the results? So, do you know your blood pressure, Jeff?
No, not off the, no.
Okay, so we're about to find out. So,
right here live.
Right here.
We're live. And so we're talking clinically proven, right? Clinically accurate, right? In the way of the readings as well. The statistics are out there. If it's not you, think about 2 more friends. They say 1 in 3 has high blood pressure, and then another 1 in 3 has pre-hypertension. I mean, for $30, I mean, it's such a tiny price to pay for, again, knowledge is power, and it's empowering to have that knowledge.
Absolutely. And what I want to do is I want to show everybody, I'm going to go over to this side of you, because we want to use your left arm to take your blood pressure reading. That's where you're going to get the most accurate results. So this is a latex-free cuff. Nice deep breath, Jeff. And all, you know, if you have a latex allergy, you're not going to have to worry about it with this. Now, this is what I love. All we're going to do is slip this sleeve on. And if what you want to do, Jeff, is hold this right here. So this hose is going to run right down where your artery is. So at home, all you need to do is wrap this around, hook and loop enclosure. So it's nice and snug, but not too tight. And then all you're going to do is make sure it's right on the crease of your arm. See, what I love about this is you can walk around with this. You're not attached to anything, which is the biggest complaint that I get with arm monitors for home use, is that you're attached to a big piece of equipment. You're not here. So you can just take this and plug it right into the machine here.
You're at home. Here we go.
So we're going to do this. So drum roll, please.
Here we go.
I'm going to push 1 button here to get us started. Okay, so 1 button to get us started. Right here is the power button, and you'll see it's going to come on. User 1 is what this is going to show. It's going to get ready to get this reading. Now, ideally, you know, Jeff would be sitting down and resting for 10 to 30 minutes. No coffee, no stimulants, anything like that. Maybe first thing in the morning, just to get a nice, relaxed, resting blood pressure reading. So, You know, we checked it earlier, it was pretty good anyway, but with one button to get started, all you have to do is just relax and get your reading. Now again, about 40 seconds, you're gonna get a clinically accurate reading. It's gonna calibrate, see this systolic over diastolic, and you'll see this in a moment. It's actually gonna give you your heart rate as well. It's going to be able to detect if you have an irregular heart rate. So if you have an issue of that in the past, you can bring those readings to your doctor and actually show them your results. So this isn't too bad. You know, Jeff, you're standing up. We have 137 here over 99, and I love this display.
It's nice and big. I mean, you're not squinting, are you, to get that?
It's easy on the eyes. Your heart rate is 75, nice and relaxed. Right over here is the gray part, okay? So Veridian has this SmartHeart technology right here. This is a hypertension indicator.
Okay.
This tells you, if you don't know what these numbers mean, you're right in the middle. So down in the green is where you need to be. You're slightly elevated, which is understandable. You're standing up. And it's going to keep up to 60 of these readings in memory for 2 memory banks. So that's a total of 120. So you can share this machine with your spouse or loved one in the same household and bring those 60 clinically accurate readings right to your doctor, so that if you do have an issue, maybe we can prevent one of those heart attacks, strokes. We call it the silent killer for a reason, folks. We want to prevent these things.
1 in 3. Think about that. 1 in 3 right now has high blood pressure. 1 in 3 is pre-hypertension. $29.95. Your flex pay is less than $10. Knowledge is power. You know what else? It's also reassuring. I mean, that's the bottom line, is to know. You know, there's no question. I mean, if we spoke about this before, Matthew, is that, you know, you can go off to, you know, doctor's surgery, and then comes that sort of the tension, what do they call it, the white lab syndrome or whatever it is, white coat lab syndrome, where people start feeling a bit stressed out for that. You say, okay, I could go to the grocery store, because some grocery stores have, but we don't know how accurate they are. You know, this is clinically accurate.
Well, you talk about white coat syndrome. I mean, if you're a little, you know, on edge, maybe a little nervous, you're on the air, it's live TV right now, that's completely understandable. It's even more understandable if you're sitting in the doctor's office and you know they're going to check your blood pressure and take your vital signs. You're thinking, okay, I need to pass the test. I need to pass the test. You don't need to worry about that when you're in the privacy of your own home with a clinically accurate blood pressure monitor that you can actually use for home use. Now, Jen is in that ideal position right here, okay? Jen's putting that on her own arm. Again, latex-free cuff.
So is Jen going to show me up? Is that what we're saying?
Jen might show you up. Now, a little background with Jen, and she shares this. Jen runs half marathons. She recently ran a full marathon, and a lot of times, you know, Jen has an issue with her heart rate. She's worried about having a little bit of an elevated heart rate. So this machine is great for Jen because she can actually keep an eye on that. And right, Jen, up to 60 readings in that memory bank. You know, Jen can share that with her spouse at home, and you know, he can use that for another 60 readings. This is a great reading, and she did show you up. So
yeah, big time.
And it's a nice big display, big time. 132 over 88. Now, her heart rate, 105. You know, it's slightly high, and I teased her before we went on. I said, how's your heart rate going to be today? And she said, don't say that. So, you know, but look at this right here. The important thing, that hypertension indicator shows that Jen is right in that green zone.
Wonderful.
If she had an irregular heart rate, I'm actually going to shut this off and show everybody. Okay, I pushed that memory button right here once. So what this is going to do, and you take a second to look at this, it's actually going to see that A3, it's averaging the last 3 readings in memory, because what you want with blood pressure is a trend. Now, as I push this, look at this hypertension indicator. So check that out. See how it bounces around?
Right.
And see, this is your reading up here in the yellow, then we go stay there, and now we're down in the green. So you can actually see your trend visually with your own eyes. You don't have to have any expert medical knowledge. And if there's a concern, you can actually just take that into your doctor. They can examine the results and possibly calibrate medication. If your medication is a little bit too high of a dose, maybe it's because you're over-medicated. Maybe it's because you're taking too high of a dose. If that's the case, your quality of life goes down because you don't have the energy, you're lackadaisical, and I hear that all the time. If you actually monitor this at home and you take it to your doctor and they see those readings over the last 2 months, they might adjust that dose so that your quality of life actually improves.
I mean, it's so reassuring. You know, because you just don't know, right? I mean, this is one of the things. You think, well, I'm feeling okay, I feel all right, you know, I'm taking my medication. This is just another string to your bow. I mean, it really is, to be able to have that reassurance for $29.95. Again, the statistics are out there. What'd you say, 75 million?
75 million. And look at this on TV. Look how easy it is. Whether you're at work, you know, whether you're at home, she just packed her bag with that. You're at your bedside, you know, ready to turn in for the night. You can discreetly check your blood pressure reading, put this away in the nice little carrying package, bring it with you anywhere you go so that you can have that peace of mind. You can know, you know, am I going to go to work today? Is the stress at work going to elevate that blood pressure? You can check it discreetly and you can be comfortable knowing that your reading is in that green zone.
And remember, if a couple of you are using this too, it can hold up to 60 readings, the 60 pass readings for two people. So that's up to 120 readings that are in there. You can take this in to your GP, let them know how you're going, and because that's one of the things, you know, you might get along to the appointment and suddenly heart rate goes up, pressure goes up, all those sorts of things, and now you can actually show you've got proof that in fact everything's been okay.
And Jen's showing off that proof right here again. So what do we have? 130 over 78. Heart rate much better, Jen, 85. It went down about 20. Because remember, blood pressure and heart rate, they change all the time. That's why, you know, you need an accurate device that you can check this on a regular basis. Like you said, Jeff, that's a great point. You go to the doctor's office and you are juiced up, you're anxious.
Right.
Along with the diet and the exercise, you need that healthy regimen to know what's going on inside your body, because you can't tell by looking at Jen or Jeff or myself or any professional athlete, your mom, your grandmom, anybody. You can't tell by looking at that person that they have high blood pressure. That's why 1 in 3 or 75 million Americans has that pre-hypertension and they have no idea. So we need to do something about this right away.
Absolutely. Look, when that red light goes on the dashboard of the car, the check engine, do you ignore it? The oil light, do you ignore it? I mean, this is a great way of being able to see whether or not the red light's on, right? It may not be on, it may be feeling great, and that's totally reassuring for us. $29.95. Jennifer, thank you so very much. Matthew, thank you very much. Stay on the phone lines. Remember your flex pay.